The Wronged Man is about the difference one woman can make in someone's life when she takes on the justice system to free someone who's been wrongly convicted after spending 22 years in jail. I'm primarily known for my action sci-fi films, like the Terminator films and Aliens and Armageddon, but I've also made smaller films like The Water Dance, and I think this is much more in keeping with The Water Dance, which had its debut at Sundance back many years ago, and won awards as Best First Feature and Best Screenplay, and the Audience Award at Sundance. It's interesting how I came to Juniper. It seems like all roads lead to Juniper. The first recommendation was from our line producer, Bob Wilson. And then, of course, I looked at the Juniper credits and realized that Jim Cameron had used Juniper quite a few times. So Jim and I obviously go way back. And I called Jim and he said, "Oh, absolutely, go there. They not only won't disappoint you, they'll exceed your expectations." And Jim was right, as always.
The sound issues on this movie were complex in that we had a very short turnaround time to actually shoot the movie. We only had 15 days. The amount of time we had for setups and for multiple takes just didn't exist. So unfortunately, we had to live with a lot of sound quality issues, very challenging.
When we came to Juniper, we knew we had sound issues. We knew we had scenes where very important emotional scenes that relied on performance, and you couldn't hear the actors, or the ambience was so distracting that that you really weren't paying attention to their performance. You were distracted by all of the extraneous sound. So when you have expectations going in that, well, maybe you have to compromise because you don't have the budget or the time, and your expectations are low, the truth is that none of that affected the ultimate sound package that we received from Juniper, from the Foley and the ADR, the sound effects, and ultimately the final dub.
The sound design, bottom up, really, because we had to create so much of what wasn't really there. Big prison scenes and funerals and church scenes.
It was so important that the sound be natural. Even when we had to have the actors come in to loop some of their performance, I challenge anyone to look at any of the scenes and say, "Oh no, I could tell that was looped," or to really realize that there were so many sound issues before we got here.
I have to say, no attitude from anybody at Juniper. That's really good. No, like, we know better than you attitude, or we can't do that attitude. There was none of that. Everyone was very accommodating, very professional, very knowledgeable.
Since we felt like we were living here for the past couple of weeks, it could not be a more congenial and collegial place to work. Everyone is at the top of their game and over-delivers.
Well, I felt like every time that I reached out to you, I got a personal response back. It was not a corporate feeling. Juniper is owned by real people who actually do the work. If you really want a crew that is both conscious of customer service, conscious of making a brilliant movie, TV show, sitcom, webisode, and you want the best, you want hands-on from A to Z, then, you know, look at Juniper.
Don't even think about going anywhere else. Go straight to Juniper. And I'm not joking. I'm really, really impressed. And it really was tremendous. And I very much appreciate the great lengths that everyone here went to deliver the spectacular sound that we needed for our film.